Thank you, Julie, and thank you everybody for coming online today to learn a little bit more about social media. We decided on Facebook, on Instagram, and Pinterest. Those are the three platforms that we're going to go over today. And I certainly won't be able to cover everything, but I do have three pauses within the presentation to address any chat questions that you have, so you don't have to wait until the end to get to those. So I just wanted to share a little bit about me. I have been involved with computers and social media since 1994. I worked for CompuServe and I managed auction websites and forums. And that was before Amazon and Facebook. So this was in the mid 90s. So I'm very familiar with social media. I get to create and manage our websites for AltCare for all of our product lines and all of our social media platforms. And I've been with AltCare for 6 years. So I have a degree in communication and a master's in information and telecommunication systems. And I went to OU, so go Bobcats, down in Athens, Ohio. I'm also a grandma. I have 4 grandchildren, and my husband and I have 6 children, and they're all over the United States, from Seattle to Connecticut to Georgia. So I use social media to keep in touch with my grandchildren and my children and my family, who almost all of them on both of our sides are based in Hocking Hills. So I've been in Stark County for 20 years now. So I really use social media to keep in touch with family. Again, we're going to review 3 popular platforms, and they're all free. So social media has really created a way to stay in communication with our friends and family. So Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest all use different methods to do that. And so when you see my screen captures, I've used my computer screen captures, not my phone or tablet. So they may look a little different depending on what device you like or what you use, but I'll try to address any questions that you may have, in particular if your imagery looks a little differently, or if you're more familiar with something on a phone or a tablet. I wanted to give a little history about Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest, in case you didn't know. In 2003, Facebook started for college kids. They wanted to see who was on campus. But now it's one of the most popular platforms, and 40% of the members are 45 years and up. And Instagram began in 2010, and it was only for Apple devices. So if you had an Apple phone, that was the only way that you could use it. And in 2012, they added the Android phones. And then Facebook purchased Instagram in 2014. So if you are a user of Facebook and Instagram, they're owned by the same company. And sometimes you can have your posts show up on both platforms, depending on how you have your settings. Instagram is mainly photo-based, and whenever you type the supporting text for those images, you can't have any links. So you can't hyperlink a page or something within that. They only use hashtags. And then there are also videos on there that are under a minute long. Pinterest began in 2010, and that's like a big board that you can pin all kinds of interesting things that you find all over the internet onto those virtual boards, so you don't forget where you saw them. You can create public boards and you can create private boards, and you can share those with just yourself, or you could have groups of friends. So if you're working on a cookbook, for example, with your family, and you don't want anyone to see recipes until you publish a cookbook, you could have certain family members see just that board, and you can start pinning your recipes from all over the place, and only that family group can see that board. So those are the platforms we're going to talk about today. And again, I'll have 3 pauses that you can ask questions. If you ask them throughout, I'll check the chat to see if there's anything that I can answer for you. So if you are on Facebook, you create a profile. You need your email address and a password. And then what you create is commonly referred to as a wall. So this is a picture of my wall. There's a large picture at the top called a cover. And then the little circle picture is your profile picture. And below that is the information that you have on your wall, your posts, anything that you have filled out for your profile, which would be under about, where you live, where you went to school, what you do for a job. You control that. You don't have to put anything in there. You can fill it out. You can keep it private so only you see it, or you can make it public so everybody sees it, or you can make it just viewable to the friends that you have on Facebook. So you get to control all of those options when you have your privacy settings. And it's really important to set up good privacy practices for your Facebook account. And there on the top right-hand corner, you will see this circle that I have with this arrow. And that's going to drop down and give you access to your settings and privacy, help and support, display and accessibility, and then you can log out of your profile there. This shows up throughout your entire Facebook experience while you're online. So you always have access to that. And so you're going to want to do one thing that addresses one of the questions that someone had submitted when they signed up for the class. And it was about protecting yourself. They haven't been on social media because they wanted to have an account to possibly attend, like say, an online church service. A lot of churches went to virtual services that were on Facebook Live, but you have to have a Facebook account to get to watch that. So if you do something called two-factor authentication, this will protect your profile. And I'm going to walk you through how you do that. I know a lot of friends and family will be online or on Facebook and say, I got hacked. Someone's pretending to be me. They've broken into my Facebook account and now they see my stuff. 99% of the time, that's probably not happened. Somebody has taken their images and created a new account pretending to be them. But if you set up two-factor authentication, this really protects your profile and your information. So when you click that arrow that I just showed you and you go to privacy and security, you're going to see this little window come up. And the security and login is where this is under. And right there, recommended, set up two-factor authentication. We recommend you add an extra layer of security to make your account even more secure. And you're going to want to do that so you have an alert that comes to you if someone tries to pretend to be you by using your email and hacking into your password. They get a couple of tries if they know your email, and then they type in passwords that they think is yours, you're going to get an alert saying someone is trying to log in as you on Facebook. That's what this does. It adds that extra layer of protection. And it usually comes to your telephone number, or you can have it go to another email address that's not your Facebook login. And so you get to choose your security method. And that's what this is your phone number, or you can choose an app that's associated with Facebook that allows you to accept that person logging in, because maybe it's you, maybe you're with a friend and you borrowed their phone and you want to show them something on your Facebook wall and you're trying to log in. It will still alert you to that is happening. So that's really important to set up, and a lot of people do not do this. So this is my suggestion to protect your information, is that once you set up your profile with your email and your password, the second thing that you need to do is to go into security and then set up two-factor authentication, and that's going to protect your information. Going back to your main wall, you're going to see this top navigation. And this top navigation follows you during your entire time on Facebook. And so the first that you'll see is home, and that is on the left-hand side. And that's always going to bring you back to your wall. And that wall is everything that you follow, your friends, the businesses that you've liked, and the posts that they have made. And then the rest of them are the videos that you would have people sharing, the little house with the awning, that's the marketplace. Facebook is now allowing you to buy and sell things online through the Facebook platform. And then the next one that you'll see, that's groups. So maybe you are part of a church group, or you're part of a book club, or you're part of a group of family members that are planning a party. You can have access to that there. And then beside your name, you're going to have the plus sign, and then that next icon is a little speech bubble. That is private messages for Facebook. Private messages are where you can direct message your friends and businesses, if they allow it, on the Facebook platform. And there's 2 points that I want to, I'll probably speak to them again, but Facebook on the computer allows you to direct message and chat with your friends while you're in Facebook. If you're using it on your phone, you have to use a separate app called Facebook Messenger. So it doesn't allow you to do it on their Facebook app. You have to have the Facebook Messenger app separate to be able to direct message your friends and businesses on a mobile device. But if you're using your computer or laptop, desktop, either one, you can do it right within the program. And then the little bell is a notification. And so that tells you if you have a message or a new post from a friend or someone that you're following that you haven't read yet. And you'll be able to click that, and that will take you to that post. So this is what your home wall looks like. So when you would go home, on the left-hand side, you have your friends link, memories. If you've been on Facebook for a long time, you can click that, and that will take you back to posts that you have made. Your group shortcut is there. I manage, like I said, many pages for alt care. So all the pages that I manage, I have a shortcut link there. Across the top, that's where you'll see all of these images from all the people that you follow that have created something called a story. And so from left to right, you'll see the latest stories. And those are short blips. It could be little videos. It could be multiple pictures that only stay up for 24 hours. You can create a story, and that will show up not only on your wall, but it'll show up on everybody else's too. And so all the posts that are being shared by my friends and businesses will be below that. And so this is what you will see below here. One of my friends shared a picture of their dog sitting on a sofa. And so that's what you see there. And again, the next thing I wanted to talk about is the direct messages. And that's the icon that I'm pointing at in the top right. And then if you want to engage with a post that someone has talked about or posted, you have reactions. So it used to be when Facebook started that all you could do was like something. And a few years ago, Facebook decided we're going to take that icon, and you can like it, you can love it, you can care about it, you can laugh at it, you can say, wow, you can be sad, or you can be angry about it. So now when you click like and just kind of hold on, all the reactions pop up, and you can hover across and you can choose how you want to react to that post. So that is something that you get to do on a business page or a friend or family's post. And then also, if you're commenting, that's what this bar is that says comment. This is one of the alt care posts that I had made. I could write in something about that post, and then these are other things that I can add to it. The first one are emojis. So those are the smiley faces and all the little pictures that you can add. I can add a photo. I can add an animated GIF. That's what the GIF stands for. Or the little square with the flap, that's a sticker. So you can add a funny little sticker to your message if you wanted to. So that's how you would comment or engage with that business or friend, family post on the Facebook wall. So back in Messenger, you can still do all of those things within Messenger too. So you can like them and engage with them with stickers and comments and emojis. But this is what the Messenger platform looks like. So when you click that little speech bubble in the right, all the people that you have a private conversation with are going to be on the left-hand side. And then if you click one, the conversation pops up in the center, and what you have said is in blue and their replies are in gray, and you can go back and forth. So this was a Movable Feast food truck that I was having a conversation with, wanting to know what they were going to have available at their next event. So that was something that I thought I'd capture and show you, that Facebook Messenger is a private conversation that you don't have on a public platform like your wall, but it allows you to direct message your friends, family, and even groups. When you create a group, you can do a private message with that group too. So that is something that you may want to have if you're, making plans with someone, so somebody doesn't see it on the public side. So now those are a really quick overview of the main features. And so this is some of the things that I also wanted to address that someone brought up. How do you join a business page? And or how do you like a friend or family? So there are two things. You can do a search on Facebook, and that's the little search box that you see right here of a business. So you would type in that business and you would find it, and you would click on it. When you land on that page, you're going to want to like the business, and that's what this button is right here. So you're going to like that, and then that business will know that you are supporting them, that you like them. If you want to follow a friend or family member, you would type in their name to find them. And then for people, you click follow. And so you would follow that person, and that information would show up on your wall whenever they would post something. Same with the business. Now, sometimes when you get lots of people that you follow and lots of businesses that you like, you can't find their messages after a while. You stop seeing them. So you get to control how often you want to see someone's messages by changing the notifications. So when you like or follow someone and you go to their page, there's going to be a 3-dot button that's beside the search magnifying glass. If you click that, you can manage those notifications, and you can favorite them. So you get to see them all the time. Whenever they post, that's the first thing that you're going to see on your wall. So you don't have to remember to go back to that page and follow it. It will always show up for you. So you control how often you see a family member, a friend, a business post on your wall. Because remember, when you click home, that is going to take you back to everything you follow and everything you like and all the posts that are made. So that's what that button does. And so you get to control how much or how often you see those posts. So I have some important don'ts that I want to share. While you use social media, especially Facebook, and let's say that you've selected to make a post, don't make your post public and share pictures maybe while you're on vacation. If you're out of town or away from your home and you're posting you're at the beach, people realize that you're not at home. And then that just kind of opens you up as a target for criminals. They've kind of put 2 and 2 together and realize, oh, someone's away, their house is maybe not being watched. So please be really careful while you do some, even local things. If you're out at dinner one night and or an event, and people realize, oh, well, they're not home right now. If it's a live post and you're sharing that stuff on a public platform and your post is public, anyone can see it. So be very careful about sharing those things. Maybe wait till you are back and you say, this is something I did a week ago. That way you're not sharing it in the moment and kind of giving anybody a heads up that you may not be home. Also with ads, advertising on Facebook, that provides information to the advertisers of your interests. And there are lots of things called algorithms that combine your information of where you live, if you're male or female, your age, and it'll start serving more ads to you based on the things that you're doing. A lot of people feel like they're talking about something with their friends, and then the next day they go on Facebook and you're getting an advertisement for it. You've never even clicked on anything. And they're like, my phone is listening to me, or my device is listening to me, and it's serving me these advertisements that I've never looked for. There are things that you can control on your phones and your devices to keep that at bay, because if you're on Google and you're searching for towels, you're going to get served Kohl's White Sale on Facebook because they've associated your search on one platform serving you ads on another. So what you do across the board, you may see come back as an ad on Facebook and other platforms. So if you're clicking on them, that just means that they're going to continue to actively provide those to you because you're engaging with them. So just be really careful about how you know, click those ads, making sure that they are legitimate businesses, making sure that it isn't something that's asking you for personal information. There are ways when you see an ad that you don't want to see anymore, you click the 3 dots again, and you can say, don't serve this to me again. And so you should stop seeing that within a couple of days. And then watch out with fake news. You know, friends and family will share an article or an image saying, oh, this child's not getting enough likes. Click this to show that you love them. Please don't do that. Please not engage with those kind of ads and imagery, because that means that it's measuring your the effectiveness of it, and it's going to continue to serve things that really is just collecting information about you that you don't want to share. So be really careful about what you click on to expand to read as an article or an image. Just especially in direct messages, people will send you chain things like, I need 10 people to click this because you're going to be sent money. Don't engage with those, just delete them or don't touch them. Just keep kind of aware of that fake information and that fake news, because it's so easily shared across, especially Facebook platforms. These are some good things. These are some things I'd like you to do. You know, stay connected with your family and friends. Sharing messages on your walls considered making a post. And so if you would like to make sure someone that you're following, a friend or family, sees it, you can tag them. And when you tag them, you use the @ symbol and start typing their name, and their name will come up. And so they will be tagged within that post. Some people don't like to be tagged. You can untag yourself from things too. So, but that's just something that you can do to make sure someone gets that notification, that little bell, and a little red dot saying somebody has tagged you, or you have a notification that this message is just for you. So that's one way that you can do it to stay engaged with your family and friends. Another great thing is to find local events, business activities, restaurants, shops. There's all kinds of things that you can follow. I know that when AltCare has events and Altman have events, we put them on the event calendar for Facebook. If you click that you're interested in that, Facebook's going to send you a reminder so you don't forget about that event happening. So that's a really good way to engage with activities that are happening in the community. And then follow legitimate local and national media outlets. And when I say legitimate, they're going to be verified by Facebook. And that blue circle with the white check mark beside their name means that's the real outlet. That's not a fake outlet. That has to go through a process to be verified by Facebook. So if you're ever concerned that someone is sharing something from maybe someone's created a news outlet and you really, you know, think it's a little iffy, if it doesn't have that symbol, then it's probably not true. So the real outlets have that symbol beside their name. So always look for that blue circle with the white check mark by it. So Instagram, like I mentioned earlier, is a social media platform, and it's usually enjoyed on mobile devices. They just opened it up to manage your account on computers maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. But it's an app that you download for free, and then you use your phone on your mobile device to take a picture, and then you can put a comment, and a lot of people use hashtags to be able to find that picture again, because it's associated with a word. That's what a hashtag is. It's the # and then a word with no spaces and no numbers. That way, all the things that would be associated with that word can be found by clicking on it. So your profile on Instagram is considered your profile, and the home icon takes you to your feed, which are all the posts that you see from all the people that you follow on Instagram. So here on the right-hand side, this is AltCare's profile. So the image that I have for the profile picture is our logo. And then these are posts and videos and animations that I have made on the profile for AltCare. Then if I go to AltCare's feed, these are the posts of everybody that we follow that I can see, and the people that I follow are on the right-hand side. So that's a profile and the feed. So that's what those two images are. So a hashtag, again, it's a word that allows you to search for your posts that have the same hashtag. So they're not all your posts, They're everybody's posts across the platform that uses that same word with the pound sign. Don't put any spaces, don't put any numbers, because that breaks the link. So it'll show up as a hyperlink, and you can put up to 30 hashtags within your post, and you can follow a hashtag and keep a hold of it. So you can see here, when we posted Bernie's commercial, the hashtag AltCare is in the content. And the Primetime Health Plan is another platform that I manage, and I hyperlinked it with the @ symbol. So you can see those are two things that you can click on to take you to either that other platform's ID, Primetime Health Plan, or hashtag AltCare, and see all the AltCare posts that I've made and anybody else that has made it and used the hashtag AltCare. If you click the heart icon on that post, that means you've liked that Instagram post. Other people say you've loved it, but that's the only engagement that you can have that shows that you liked or loved that post. If you click the speech bubble, that allows you to open the comments, and you can leave a comment on that post for that business or friend or family. If you click the paper airplane, that allows you to send a direct message about that post to your friend, family, business that has made the post. So that's another way to do a private message on an Instagram platform. If you click the bookmark, that allows you to save this post. So you don't have to try to scroll all the way through all the Instagram posts to find it again. And you can categorize those bookmarks by different things. You could name a whole collection recipes. You could name a whole collection AltCare. You could name a whole collection businesses. And that way you can keep track of posts that you want to go back and share or see again. And then also in your comments, you can add an emoji to your post comment. And then you can also tag your friends and family so they can see this post, again, by using the @ symbol before their name. Now, I really want to kind of bring awareness to friends and family using Instagram. A lot of people don't use their real name. A lot of people will create an ID. So make sure when you're following friends or family that you have their true Instagram ID. It can kind of be really deceiving, especially if they haven't decided to use a profile picture for their Instagram profile. You may not have the right person. So if you want to follow someone on Instagram, make sure that you know how to search for them, not only by their name, but if they have a special ID that they've created with Instagram, or a place. Sometimes, like if you follow Giant Eagle may have multiple locations, and they have created different names for all of those locations. So it's just a way to ensure that you're following the right one before you do. You can always unfollow someone, but just wanted to make sure you don't start following someone that's going to do something that's not, correct, like sending you direct messages saying, I need help or something. So be really careful about how you follow someone on Instagram. And then when you build an audience on Instagram, it's called following one another. So on the profile of a potential follower, you're going to find them. This is Altman. And you're going to go ahead and click follow. And that would be right here at the top. And then once you follow them, the little person will have a check mark beside it. If they followed you first, you're going to see this follow back. It will be up here, and you can just follow them back. But I just wanted to show you that's what it looks like. That on someone's wall at the very top, you'll see this blue box that says follow. And once you follow them, that little profile picture will have a check mark beside it. So you'll be able to follow them. So that's a really quick overview of Instagram. And again, Instagram is associated with Facebook. Facebook owns Instagram. So a lot of people will get an automatic, request to follow someone on Instagram. Just be sure that you know the correct ID for Instagram, because it may not be the exact one that they have on Facebook. And I just want to make sure everybody is really, careful about who they follow on the Instagram platform. Does anyone have any questions about Instagram? I wish I could answer questions on how to take a picture on your devices, because that's the best part about Instagram, is that when you snap a picture, there's usually a little share icon, and I'm going to show you that in the next platform with Pinterest, and it's universal across all the platforms, and that's how you can click that share icon. You would choose Instagram, and it would bring it right into the app for you. So Pinterest, this is a great way to keep track of everything that you see on the internet. You pin it to a board that you've created and that you can go back to and see all of the things that you've saved. So you can theme your boards, you can have them public, you can have them private that only you can see, and you can pin by yourself, or you can create a group or invite someone to pin on your board with you. So this is Alt Care's Pinterest board, and you'll see the cover art in the profile. You get to make both of those yourself, and then you'll start out, you'll see all the pins, and then I have them categorized. This one's all the 2020 pins, and then I have motivational pins, and then May's National Health Observation pieces that I've pinned for that one, June Health, July Health, and so on. So the pins you create and how often they're opened and viewed when you're on your own board, all of that is going to be under the created icon. So this little first oval that you see, that will take you to all the pins that have been created and how often that they're viewed. If you click share, that is this icon that you'll see right here with the 3 dots, that's universal. You can share anything that you have saved on any platform, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, from a mobile device by finding that icon on that item and sharing it. So that's what this looks like. And I just wanted to make sure that you saw what that symbol was and knew what that symbol meant, because you'll see that on your phone, tablet, and when you click to share something. And there's also a tool if you're using your computer, laptop, or desktop, and you have your internet browser. An internet browser is like Internet Explorer, Chrome, Safari if you're on an Apple product, Edge. So those are the things that you use to open up and look at the internet. There are little extensions that you can add onto those that allow you to pin directly from that browser. So just in case anybody was familiar with that, I just wanted to let you know that that is a tool that you could add to your browser. It's called an add-on or an extension that allows you to pin straight from the internet to your Pinterest. You connect the two. So when you have all kinds of pins and a different variety of pins, you can click your favorite ones by clicking the star by them. And then that allows you to organize them on your board so you don't lose them. Sometimes you'll have hundreds of pins if you're, using the internet. I love to sew. So I have lots of sewing patterns and lots of different project patterns and projects that I want to make for my grandchildren. And I have different boards and I have hundreds of pins. So some of them I want to get to sooner than others. And so I favorite them. And that's just by clicking that little star wherever your pin is, and you'll be able to do that. And then within Pinterest, you can also search for your pins. So when you find the magnifying glass, that allows you to search not only your boards, but you can also search throughout Pinterest. So pins that other people have put on their boards, you can look for just by using the search tool. So that's a quick overview of Pinterest. It's pretty easy to use. You would just use your email and password to set up an account. And it's an app that you can download on a mobile device, or it's a website that you can bookmark on your computer that you can go back to and share information, with your friends and family on as individuals or in groups, publicly or privately. So I don't know how many people have a Pinterest board, but you're welcome to follow Alt Cares. We're on there, and we're also on Instagram, so you can follow us along on Instagram. And so is Altman, and then Facebook as well. We're all on that.